Certificate of occupancy. What is it? Why is it important? Especially if you live in LA County. Stay tuned. Let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode. I'm Mike.
And I'm Martin with Martin and Mike Properties.
And today we're going to discuss certificate of occupancy and why is that important to know about. A certificate of occupancy is a document issued by the local government agency. In Los Angeles, it's the Department of Building and Safety that does the honors. This document certifies that a residential or commercial building has been inspected, it's up to code, and is suitable for occupancy.
And it is not only about the new buildings, Mike. It's sometimes about changes or conversions on the previous buildings. That's also need the certificate of occupancy. Example, if you're adding additional square footage or you're building a new ADU, very common these days.
Good point. If you're adding an ADU in the back, you definitely need
certificate of occupancy.
Or like you said, if you want to convert an 800 square foot property to say 2200 square feet, you need a certificate of occupancy. I got three key reasons, Martin, why it's important to have a certificate of occupancy. Number one, it's a level of safety. In Los Angeles, the inspectors are going to come out multiple times, inspect the property to make sure it's safe for occupancy. So as a tenant, as a building owner, as a buyer, you want to make sure that the building overall is safe for occupancy.
Second, it's legally required. When you're occupying a building without a certificate of occupancy, that means you're breaking the law.
You could get a fine. At times, the city could kick out the tenants, say, hey, you need to vacate the property. It's unsafe. So as a landlord, as a building owner, you could have some hefty fines. And third, Martin, it could affect someone's finances. If you're thinking about selling a property or you're buying a property, the bank will require a valid certificate of occupancy. So if it's not there, most lenders are not going to lend. They won't let you close escrow. So that will hurt your finances. In Los Angeles specifically, the Department of Building and Safety has a very detailed process for issuing a certificate of occupancy. It includes multiple inspections throughout the construction process. That's the key. And a final one once the building is fully completed.
And of course, anyone can find out whether a property has a valid certificate of occupancy.
Exactly. By just visiting the Department of Building and Safety website, you can technically look at it. You'll know if there's a certificate of occupancy on file or not. Yep. And overall, this transparency is critical because it keeps the real estate market stable because buyers and sellers have access to critical information. So there you have it. Having a certificate of occupancy may not be the most glamorous part of real estate, but it's definitely one of the most crucial aspects. Regardless if you're a builder, an owner, or a buyer that's thinking about purchasing in Los Angeles, that's very important for you to know about what a certificate of occupancy is. There you have it. Martin and Mike, get it listed,
get it sold.